Hey everyone, welcome to another Basement Talk with Annie and Dave. I'm Dave Knowlton and I'm with my co-host Annie Ranking from the Learning Vibes podcast. How are you, Annie?
I'm doing good. If you watched our video from last time, you're gonna know that I'm in a different basement. I'm a little bit echoey. I'm in my parents' basement, but we can still have the basement talk, so I'm doing great. If you're tuning in, we really want you to be able to follow us on Facebook. So we have a Facebook page, Learning Vibes Podcast. You can find us on Facebook. You can obviously subscribe to our YouTube channel that you're watching this on right now. And then we have a website, which is learningvibespodcast.weebly.com. And we would love for you to follow us, and we love to hear from our audience and our listeners. And today we're going to be talking about questioning. And if you've ever heard our podcast, you know that our podcast is full of questions. So Dave and I are inquisitive people. We like to ask our guests questions, and we like to ask and push each other with our questioning. And so you can always dive into our podcasts and listen to kind of how we question our guests and learn more about the artistry of learning. But as I said, we're going to talk about questioning today, and Dave's going to take it from there.
Yeah, Annie, one thing I think about a lot, if we just start by thinking about formal education, is that students are often trained and educated toward the goal of giving answers, not toward asking questions. And, perhaps in the industrial age, that's what students needed to be able to do, to give answers. But as we move out of the information age and into the innovation age and the creativity age, questioning and a propensity toward asking questions, not giving answers, is actually more important for students, more important for teachers. I would argue more important for any person in an authority position and any person who is trying to improve their own sense of learning and artistry. And in fact, this is a little bit old, Annie, but I got to show you this. The book of questions.
I have that. I don't know why I have it, but I have that book.
This is awesome. I mean, it literally is 100 and 200 questions that are great, first of all, to just get you thinking expansively about questions, but more so, sit down with your significant other, sit down with your children, sit down with your best friend. I wonder what would happen if somebody just Googled 200 questions to ask their significant other.
Yes.
I think we could find some great things. And then I'll show you the other one. This is the book of questions about love and sex. We will not be going there today, but perhaps for some people, that's a great book. And, I more and more am trying to, in this time of shelter in place and COVID-19, to not just find the answers, but to recognize that questions will help me find the answers that I didn't even know how to find. So let me just give you a couple. First of all, when talking to other people, I have found that one of the best questions I can ask to just help me hear them is to phrase it this way: I don't understand. Can you help me?
Yes.
And I have just found that question, and it takes a little humility. And again, in a culture where so many people have been taught that not knowing the answer and not understanding is ignorance.
Right.
It's hard, but try it. Try it with your family as you're sheltering in place to better hear what they have to say. I don't understand. Can you help me? It's a great question. And I'll tell you 3 more just in my own thinking, whether it's in work, whether it's in my play, whatever it is, 3 questions that help me mightily. What if? What if? And just imagine the possibilities that could follow that question, right? What if? My challenge to you all who are watching this, see if you can ask 5 questions in the next 3 days that start with the prompt, what if? Let me give you another one. Would it be better if? Think about that one. Would it be better if? And all the possibilities for finishing that question. So again, try to ask 3 questions in the next 1 day
Oh, big
that
challenge.
start with the words, would it be better if? And one more variation on that, a question that I love to ask. Why does it have to be that? We get so mired down in the status quo. That's the way we've always done it.
Yes.
I'm the authority figure. That's why. When better than a time of pandemic crisis to examine the whole world around us and ask the question, why does it have to be that?
Yes, I like those.
You
And so,
understand?
so I have kind of a similar approach to questioning, and I just have one that I usually ask in various formats when I'm coaching, when I'm with my son, when I'm with my husband sometimes, and it's, I wonder, like, I wonder what would happen if, so it kind of goes off of that, but it's like, it's bringing that ownership, like, I need help, kind of like what one of your questions is, but I wonder if we change this, how that would impact the classroom or the living room. Or I wonder if we decided to get our basement redone, what would happen? Or I wonder if we decided to take trips, what would happen? And so just kind of that, I don't know, I wonder what would happen. And then being able to walk through that process with someone. So yeah, I think we have very similar questioning, and it's good to ask questions. And I think you're right that for many years, generations, asking questions was a sign of ignorance. And it's not really a sign of ignorance. It's a sign of that lifelong learner seeking more information and recognizing your faults and saying, okay, I need to fill in this hole of knowledge. How can I fill in that hole of knowledge?
And, you know, I know firsthand, those of you that have young children, when your, 3-year-old asks the 49th question in a row, it's so easy to say that's enough questions right now.
Yes.
But I think we have to understand that when we wonder, when we dream, and when we then can take that and formulate it as a question, that is the seed of creativity, the seed of artistry, and the seed of innovation. And we have to
Absolutely.
encourage that in ourselves and in others.
During this age of innovation, absolutely. Well, I want to thank everyone for watching another Basement Talk with Annie and Dave. As I said at the beginning, we would love for you to follow us on YouTube, on Facebook. Find our website at learningvibespodcast.weebly.com, or send us an email. We also have email if you have any suggestions for Basement Talks or any feedback. It's learningvibespodcast@gmail.com. And I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.
Bye.